Hello guys, this video I'm going to go ahead and show you two things. First, I'll show you a way that you can kind of avoid some problems when it comes to pinching, how to prevent it in the first place. And then later on in the video, I'll show you how you can fix this particular issue right here. So we've got this kind of pinching happening right here, but I'll show you how you can get a much better result. Alright, so the first thing to note, guys, is let me just go ahead and make a copy of this. So a lot of times you're told, correctly, rightly, that it's best to keep the mesh as simple as possible, and this is very good advice. The problem is that with many situations, especially when dealing with complex curves, it's very hard to keep it very simple while still wanting more and more complex detail. It's just the nature of how polygons work. If you want more fine detail, you will need more complexity. If you have these curves and you want to have Booleans and other things happening here, you will need to just have more density. So while the advice to have your mesh as simple as possible is very good advice for all situations, as a general rule, as a starting principle, eventually realize that you can avoid lots of problems, making the mesh a little more complex before you add support loops or crease or anything like that. So as an example here, if I show what I got, I've got this, and then you chamfer, and then and then you go ahead and get the result you previously got. So you get kind of really bad pinching right here, and so the first advice, a very simple advice, is before the chamfer, assuming you've got all the correct smoothing groups here set up, or of course you can also use creases, what you simply do is you apply Turbosmooth with the smoothing group option on. This will increase the density of your mesh, which will make it easier to add further detail or to add support loops. And of course you want to do that on top of symmetry, because if you do it below symmetry, you'll get this happening here. So you want to make sure you have symmetry underneath of that. Alright. That will fix up the center areas. I also have, looks like, some little extra vertices right here. Alright. If you guys are enjoying this video, be sure to check out the description where I have links to more advanced courses such as on sci-fi design, futuristic vehicles, furniture, and more comprehensive advanced courses. After you apply that Turbosmooth, you want to go in here and maybe move this around a little bit here. See what's happening here is this trying to be smooth, it's trying to be sharp, so it's good just to kind of move things back a little bit here and make it easier for it to occur for support loops or creases. And now would be perhaps a better time to add this kind of Boolean result, which I just did it kind of by eye. I just kind of cut like that. Bevel with 0, planar on the z-axis. Snap this vertex this way. As for these triangles here, we can either just kind of allow them here, or we can try and get rid of them by doing something like this. Although, let's see, looks like here we got this triangle here. You can keep it, or you can try and get rid of it like this. Alright. So now that we got this, guys, it'll be much easier to add chamfer. Oops. Alright, and now I'll go ahead and, let's see. Go ahead and re-smooth this. And now chamfer work like this. Looks like it's giving us some strange results in certain areas here. Let me go ahead and maybe decrease the amount. right. Well, now I can, apply a poly on top of that and just kind of fix up these areas. And we'll see how it looks. Maybe you can add set flow, use set flow in a bit of these areas. So you can see what that did. And as for this, we can move this out a little bit as well. And you can kind of use these tricks, guys, to fix up these areas. All right. You can see how we get relatively clean results here. Maybe we can make this look better by moving this a little bit to the left here. Because one of the main reasons I go for using creases is to kind of avoid these kinds of areas here. Because I do find that using creases with OpenSubdiv just kind of eliminates a lot of that. So let's go ahead and instead of using the chamfer method here, let's use creases instead. And you can see you still get a little bit of problems right here, just because, guys, this is a very tricky situation where you're trying to maintain the smoothness here, while sharpness, this one was really difficult things to do. So what I would try and do here is try and move some edges close together here. And you can see how already that makes it look a lot better. So something like this, guys, is one of the tricky situations when it comes to topology. But just by doing a little bit of work like this, you can kind of fix it much better. All right. Now, so that's pretty much, guys, what I recommend for you is a lot of times having either, if you're going to use support loops, have greater density here, or just use creases and just kind of move it a little bit here to get better results. Now, what I was going to show you at the beginning was this right here. How do we go from this to that? Well, it's similar to what I showed you in the previous video, but it's a little bit more complex because of this addition here. So I'll delete what I did and I'll show you what I did. First of all, if you just kind of do like this, you will of course have quads here, but it's not just about quads, guys. It's about the topological flow and all that. So what I'll first do is remove this, holding down Control to remove vertices as well, and just kind of remove this whole loop going around here. Already, it makes it look a lot better. Next, we can insert, for example, another loop through here. Or rather, we gotta change the topology flow, guys. We gotta have it go from this to more like that. So notice already a massive change here. Just kind of spread it out more. All right, it's looking very nice there. And as for this, it's the same thing I showed you last time. It's just to kind of further move it back. I wonder if we can use relax on this for a bit. What if we just kind of relax it a bit? Let's see what that does. Well, as you can see, it just kind of makes it way too blurry here. We can use set flow right here, fish on this part to better match the curve. As for this here, I would not use set flow, I would just select this and move this back. Okay, so that is how you can do this kind of like surgery on your mesh to get rid of bad results. So this is before, guys, bad pinching here, bad pinching there, and then looking much better here. So I just wanted to make another video on this kind of topic, guys, because this would be one of the most frustrating parts of Subdivision. Is just this kind of situation right here. You can always make it easy for yourself, guys, by not having these situations. You can always make it easy for yourself by having kind of like a smooth area here. So, you know, make it like this. Then you won't really have to deal with that as much. But it's still good to know when you run into situations, what do you do? Alright, thank you for watching and take care.